Pleasant good morning. Big morning to you all. It's been quite some times now. I haven't been seated in this chair, right? To bring forth my regular TikTok live show. And for many reasons, I stay on this type of life because there are some changes made by not by me, but by I think TikTok itself. And where you bound, that's where you obey. All right. There are a few conditions. Normally, I would start my live with a bouncing, song to the tune, to the topic, or to the situation of time. But unfortunately, music is not allowed on this live. So it's all about chatter. Now, if you are not a subscriber to my live, my page, you won't be able to interact. So let me start by saying hop over to my page if you do want to interact and touch that subscribe icon right now, and we can have a reasonable chat. I want you to share, tap the screen, share, subscribe. Right? That's how it is. Like I said, where we bound, that's where we obey. Now, there are some very, very, very crucial and important things that I would want to base today's conversation around. We know that lots of things are happening. Big up my brother, Black Boss. And lots of things are happening, and voices must be heard on these things, because as a child growing up, my mother always said to me, silent mean consent. Right? Yes, silent mean consent. So when things are happening around you and we continue to be silent on it, it means that you have no problem with it. Now, because of the time we are living in, we are forced to keep our mouth locked because of intimidation. And we would have seen what happens in the past. Henceforth, ones and ones just leave what they saw, and ones and ones get comfortable in doing what they're doing without being fair. And a lot of that also is accompanied by insensitivity. Yes, a lot of what we are seeing happening today, right, is a part of insensitivity. There is a tow brand running Jamaica right now. Insensitivity and stupidity. Yes, those two brands are taking root in Jamaica. right? And a lot of people are utilizing these brands to their own detriment and do not realize stupidity and insensitivity, right? Please tap the screen, share the live, right? Tell your mama, tell your papa, tell your auntie, tell your niece, tell your friend, even tell your enemies to stop by Tychicus Laugh and Learn if you want to learn something, you want to know something, right? Now, try and remember, you're never too old to learn, right? Try and remember, you cannot too proud to beg, right? Try and remember, right? That, humility is the key. And try and remember that the greatest thing is to know. Right? So put all of those into perspective. All of those old time sayings into perspective. Look at them carefully, right? And let we exercise them, utilize them in our daily life. Right? Make this place a better place to live. Right? Like I said, the brand of insensitivity and stupidity that running Jamaica right now, put it into a very serious position. Right? Right? It's like walking into fire unknowingly. Now, there's a big argument today about fully dance and the fully dance bags. There are some more parables that I could reel off my tongue. One fool makes many. All of those, right? A man is a fool to what he don't know, right? Insensitivity and stupidity causing us dearly. Dearly. Negativity over positivity is causing us dearly. Dearly. Once you turn right into wrong, at some point in time, believe you me, it's gonna bounce back. And one more parable: if you spit in the sky, it will fall in your eye. Right? You spit in the sky, it will fall in your eyes. It will fall back on you. What goes around comes around. My mother always said, if the front wheel look at you, the back wheel will. Right? So our people of the universe, people who are hearing my voice, who are probably just passing through this life, right? And when you hear the positive talk, I'm personally will sit here and I will talk without the multitude, because all I want is just that one moment of positiveness hits you. And whether you want to stay here, stay on the live and look at it, or you want to just view and go, it's good enough for me. Alright? All I want is that the words from my lips mean something to you in the positive, right? Means something to you, right? Something that you can look at and utilize it at some point in time, right? Remembering something that I have said, right? Right? Now, this is not the type of situation that I personally knew that people are that people will gravitate to quite easily. I said, when I say the type of thing, the type of life that people wouldn't want to sit around their sets listening all these truth, especially if you're not truthful. Listen all these positive things, especially if you're not positive, right? Now the positive ones will come, they will participate, they will stick around, they will try their endeavor best to see how they can be an influence on some people positively, while others are there trying to override them with negativity. Right? Yes, yes, that's how it is today. Yeah, it is very, and I will emphasize on this. It is very, 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 very bad. We are in a very, very, very bad situation, right? Very bad situation we are in. And when one finds themselves into a situation like this, only you can take yourself out of it. No one gonna take you out of it. You will have to take yourself out of it. I once was blind, but now that I can see, I will never talk back way. And probably I can't recall ever doing it deliberately or do it as long to call good bad, right? Unless I am referring to what you said or people said, right? I try my best not to look at a young grown-up child and call them kids. No, I tried my endeavor best. That is not something I'm guessing. That is something I'm certain of. And why? Because of the positive nature that I displayed. Right? I go to the tune that I'm a dancer, and everybody should know that. And you could never get me go behind a girl go dance with her back way. The way how I respect positiveness, the way how I love positiveness, the way how I adore positiveness, right? I wouldn't even make back way, and you know that sex is my hobby, right? But to keep that positive frame of mind, right? Whether you want to call it I sacrifice all of those things, right? For positivity, for positiveness, right? And just think about everyone would want to be that way, right? Everyone would want to be like that. Then, you know, just let's think about it. Just think about it. That, you know, everyone say, I'm gonna take a leaf out of your book, Tychicus. And I'm going to try to be as positive as ever. Look, you're going to start somewhere. You're, you're going to start by not wearing your cap back way. The peak, not turning around her back. Right? Right? You're going to move on to say, me nah call bad good. If the show is good, the song is good, me nah say it bad. Right? Right? I'm going to say that it is good, because good, a good it good, and a bad it bad. So I'm not going to call bad good. Right? And we're going to practice those discipline. We're gonna practice to discipline ourselves in those regards, so that we don't send out too much negative energy in the atmosphere as we are doing now, and we would know about words, power, and sound. Right? Yes. What we don't want is to send out too much negative energy in the atmosphere, and to let it now overriding the minds of the people, and before you know it, it is negative things started to happen, because we all knew about the power of words. We all, let's not say we all, but we all should know the power of words then. Yeah, I know that words will act up on you if that's what you send out in the atmosphere. Right? Right? And if you get up every day and talking about bad and not saying good, it is more bad energy you're sending up. The energy is coming from you. Right? And that when you speak and you let it out, it goes out in the atmosphere. Right? Yeah? Right? And that bad energy is going up. Right? And coming down back on the people. Right? For instance, you want to say the show is good. This is a Tychicus. Well, your show bad, Now, here's the danger of those things now. We have influencers. Right? In positions, vital positions, who are condoning the same thing. And people are copying them. Right? And some of them knew better. I know that some of them knew better, but they were quick to point out to you that everybody has said. And if you not say that, you not say nothing. Yes. And that's where stupidity and insensitivity takes root. Right? Yes. That's where stupidity and insensitivity takes root. Now, these are powerful words, powerful teaching. Right? It may sound simply, but it is the simple things the nutrients are in. Yeah. The simple things the nutrients are in. Now, money over education. Money over education. Money over manners. Money over discipline. Money over righteousness. Jenka people. Wanna see what I'm saying? Wanna see what I'm saying? Last week, on the first day of school, the internet were lit up with a leaked video of students. They call it clean rifle. So the most it up. Student, the Queen English says it's oral sex. Oral sex. And according to the society, all brand of sex are allowed to others. That when you go to school, you should be concentrating on what the lessons are and what you want in your head. Mara Giddy God, you bless up yourself. Right? Right? Yes. What you want in your head. Right? These are some of the things that we must make a decision on. Now, those two youngsters find themselves making the new way. The first day of school, you are in the classroom. Bless up, bless up. What's up?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, man.
Up and
Long to, yeah, man. Longing to hear your voice with the interactions that we have in the past, and whether or not people were alluding to the fact or they were seeing the sense of the conversation that we were having, right? And how much they take them as a lesson and to bring about change in this time. But as far as I can see, it's getting worse than better. What says you?
right now is upside down, you know. Everything right now is upside down because we as a people make society feel like what we privilege society to do for us as a people. We allow them to turn privilege into laws.
Mm-hmm.
And the laws that they turn the privileges into goes against us, you know. So there's a lot of things because even from the education, you know, education is designed to for you to be able to function within a society or the society where it to function, you know. And then grade you by A, B, and C are one, two, and three.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Mm-hmm.
I just so the thing said,
Are you saying then, from the point of learning, it is wrong? There should be no grades, no barriers.
no grade are no barrier, man, because everyone learn different. You know, so you find a child that you find a child that is not proficient in mathematics, but he's good in
Mm-hmm.
English. And you find a child that's not proficient in English, but is good in mathematics. But yet, you find another child that is well rounded, and you're trying to grade that child that is only good in so much.
Oh,
Instead
oh,
of
see
let
your
that
point.
child,
See,
yeah, instead of let that child focus on what that child is good in, you go and grade him against
right?
the one that is good in everything.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Logics are there.
the one fat fry all is a bad thing, you know,
So, so hold on then. The buck is with the educators.
because they design the education that way. So the fact is
The the,
with the
the,
how
the, the
them design
module,
it. Eh?
the module, then the model that they are present. Well, it should. I think I'm a bit hypocritical in saying asking that question because I knew of a fact that there's a lot of things wrong from way up there from the educational system. A lot of things. Some people may look at the cow jump over the moon and say it is just a memory gem, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And when I look at what they are telling us to memorize,
Yeah.
which is fiction,
Yeah.
why couldn't facts
Uh-huh.
be our that nurtured our memory,
Yeah.
yeah, right? And
Yeah.
so coming down the line, um, you only can give what you receive, and
True.
the educators, if they have gotten their education faulty and
Yeah.
they come to the tune now of being a leader and a teacher, that is what they're gonna taught, and they're gonna makes it faulty as well.
True. True.
Right?
True word, man. Because if you notice
Yes.
that most entrepreneur out there is not on top, is not on A student, you know.
No. Mhm.
Most of the A students them stuck a bank
Study
and
ratio.
work in little and nothing.
Yes.
Most
My
A
mother always
students,
says study ratio beat education.
yeah. Most A student, you look at it right now. Most A student, they are bank, just up to a bank to work for little and nothing at daytime.
Hmm.
And you find out that
Yeah.
most of the man them are in their C class. Most of the man them are in their C class. And them are the contractor, and them are the big plumber, and them are the
Hmm.
big builder. And them are make the money.
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying. So
Hmm.
most entrepreneur is not no A student.
Then again, the
Huh?
buck is with the authorities. All right. Um, the level, the play field weren't level
Never level
for
from
every
morning.
student.
Hmm?
Yeah, grade the same way, right? And because when you look at the fully done slang, you know that is where it is coming from, right? And I've heard many conversation on it, and lots of ones and ones that looking that it is they that created the monster up there, eh?
Yeah,
That monster now that they are fighting was created by them, right? Because of the unleveled playing field. The same way you grade me in education, same way you grade me in color,
yeah.
right?
But
Right?
you see, even in the fully done song, you know, all the time the man them was sit down at the back row, the back seat of the class, you know. Them a watch them dream through the window, you know. You know, the man was sit
Uh,
down at the front seat and a pay attention to teacher is envisioning his dream through what up on the board. But
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
the man was still on a back bench and I look out the door, I still on a window, I look out the door and I pay attention to the teacher. He's seeing his vision in reality. So
Not
it's all about the school. It's all about the school be able to see the child as a child where the child is at and meet the child where the child is at. You know? Sometimes if a teacher just stop, sometimes if a teacher just stop and ask a child, when you look outside, instead of pay attention to the board, you sit down and you're looking out at space or you're looking through the window outside. What do you see? You know? Stop and ask the child that and let the child explain from his point of view what does he see when he's not paying attention to the board.
yeah, yeah. What
You
the,
know?
what they do then? They flag them.
Yeah, then punish them.
They punish
Then
them.
label them as attention deficit and all this kind of, you know, label them
Unruly.
and just label them up and put them aside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A whole if a child want
Food
me
for
to
thought.
even get labeled in my days when going to school in Jamaica. A whole if a child want me to get labeled. And when me go back, when me see them now, them youth they make good money in the construction and them thing there because that's for them youth they mind it there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. they all right. I'm seeing where they they educate them for their purposes, and
Yeah,
those who are willing to absorb what they are teaching them or their benefits, as you said, the bank,
yeah.
these elites don't want the one who not pay attention or who is not what you then call it now attentive to the society's teaching, right?
Yeah,
They cannot get the work in the bank, in the insurance places, you know them places, the
there you
financial,
go. There you go.
because
There you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
right? They cannot get no work there, right? But we're still gonna need people to mix the concrete and to level out the concrete.
So
So there shouldn't be no advantage or disadvantage with the
yeah,
man with his education. His strength is in the education, and
yeah.
another man's strength is in his
Manual
physical body.
labor. Yeah,
Yeah,
manual labor.
yeah, right, right. So it should be equal rights and justice.
Yeah,
So the equality were not there, and it causes grudge, and it also prompt greed, no revenge
uh-huh.
to me now go wait upon you, you know, teacher boy, and take away your money, you know. You know,
Yeah.
the bank there, you know, the manager they may go rob him because he might get X, Y, Z. And me see it, you know, my brethren, as a spit in the sky and it fall back into your eyes, you know, because you didn't lay the foundation properly from
Yeah.
the beginning. Right? Right? All of
All of
these problems that
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
go ahead man, me I listen you. Me I
Yeah.
listen you.
You see all those adult literacy program that from Michael Manley days,
Yes.
you know, because all
Oh.
of those literacy program that they put in, adult literacy program that they put in those days,
Mm-hmm.
if those things
Mm-hmm.
did continue, you know, if those things
Wow.
did continue, man, Jamaica would have far ahead, you know, ahead
Be-
of the curve, you know.
because, because he had a vision. Alright, Michael, that's what me I see now then. So, and that's the trouble there. The equality is not there. The imbalance is not there. An advantage
Balance.
now created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And
balance.
he wanted to get everybody up to speed.
There you go.
Right?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see,
And one.
destabilization is a
Yeah.
bitch, you know.
Yes,
Destabilization,
yes,
and
yes.
even until today, black people don't understand destabilization. Jamaican don't understand destabilization until this day. And that's the problem. That's the first thing we have to get our people to understand. Destabilization. You know? How does the one thing that make
Decivilize.
a society destable, you know?
Yeah, okay. Oh. And to be honest, there's a lot of terms that use that people don't understand them. Yeah? Yeah, a lot of terms that has been used, which is
Yeah,
very important for them to know, right?
yeah,
And they don't understand that. That's because a lot of people say that they don't know and they do not want to know, right?
that's the problem.
Because yeah, yeah. If you know now and you are teaching them, telling them what they do not know. They said it's confusing. They do not want to know because they do not want to exercise their brain, right? To look to see if what has been said there is right or it is wrong.
True,
They
true,
just
true.
want this easy living of what someone say to them, and they say other people, it working for other people. They do not know how much it will work for them. Some of them try the same thing that John Brown try and it no work. And them say people obey them or people are
True.
fight against them.
True. It's the approach. And the approach, they know view and say,
Ye-
boy, evaluate the approach to the thing.
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
But you see, one thing
Yeah.
we have to understand, you know, the more a man have on the table, it's the less him care about how the world run, you know, and equality, you know.
Wow. You need a bigger mic, man.
You know, the more a man have on the
you need
table, he could give right thoughts about how you feel about how the world are running, you know. And he would have rather you stay quiet because you know why you mess up the table. You know?
oh yeah,
If
all
if
right.
if if
Yes,
if
yeah,
the if
yeah.
the if you leave well enough
When
alone
I
syndrome, you know? It's called the
when
leave
I
well enough
remember who I'm
alone syndrome.
When I remember who I'm speaking to, I'm not going to bother say what I was going to say. Right? When I know the person I'm speaking with, and I knew, I knew of his potential. Right? Yes, man. They do not. All right. We can use Marcus Garvey. Then we can
Yeah,
use Marcus Garvey and all of these freedom fighters that were
yeah.
trying to enlighten people and how
All
they
right,
were actually marginalized, right?
all right, all
Right?
right. Now you see, and who you feel to marginalize them? Who you feel to marginalize them? It's not poor people, you know. It's the well off.
No, no.
The one who up on them table, all right. The one who on them table, all right. They say, boy, why you mess up a good thing for?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, eat food.
Yeah,
See food there, and they rub the butter, the
yeah.
crumbs on their table, right?
Guess what I'm talking about?
And a lot of people satisfied with that. That's why I'm gonna talk it straight. I like how it's gonna. That's why we get dons, right? Right. They're influenced by the upper class and said, "You see to it that you have them under control here. I will give you a crumbs when it is necessary, right? As
Yeah.
long as you can hold them down there to how I want them."
Mm-hmm.
You get me? You have ministers, you have of government doing the same thing. Some of them acting as done, right?
Yeah.
Holding the people hostage because of a slice of their bread can
Yeah.
always be buttered. So they
That's
were
it.
placed at certain position to hold the people at bay. right? That they don't come up to certain standards so they can really alleviate themselves to something substantial, right? Yeah.
The
Well,
biggest part of
Mr.
the
What I
point that
want?
you make,
Yeah.
the end product of the point that you're making, the end product of the point that you're making is
Yes.
what about people in Jamaica will say, boy, Andrew Holness this and Andrew Holness that and Andrew Holness this and Andrew Holness that. You see the way how Andrew Holness run the country,
Yeah.
it benefits him in a Western society.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If Andrew Holness try to balance the country and try to do more for people and try to do more, what is gonna be labeled as? He's gonna be labeled as a socialist.
And yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And socialist
Unru-
society
yeah, yeah.
do not coincide with democracy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Socialist community and democracy does not work side by side. So the way how Andrew Holness run the country, it benefits the Western world, rich and poor.
But yeah, but guess what? Not many in Jamaica or in the diaspora realize what you said here a while ago, you know. Not many.
That's it.
Yes, you have some very intelligent people out there who will strike the balance, but this whole thing of die-heartedness and loving an individual and not the policies, a lot of people not looking at the policies, a lot of people not looking at the position that the government is in, and to realize that a higher authority is over them.
That's it.
Because although we are holding the banner or the flag of an independence, we are not really and truly independent. And if we are not
Independent from what?
independent, then we have
Independent
a
from what?
boss.
That's a facade. There's
Yes,
local
we
politics
have
now.
a
There is
boss.
local politics now.
Yeah.
Local politics, international politics, and global politics. And three
Yes,
politics can work
yes,
on that.
yeah, yeah.
Jamaica
And
has to
the
function and
government,
be different states.
good. While the locals will hear saying, well, you not run the country good. As you say, the boss of the Western world is saying, good job, Andrew, right? Keep it
Yeah,
up. More butter on your bread. Keep it up. You understand me?
yeah,
Because it suits them the way things have been going, right?
that's it.
Yeah, it suits them that way. So everybody have a boss. Me there, so now on this live, me have a boss. TikTok is my boss.
There you go.
Me can't get up and say what mood I want me say.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me?
So,
Me
check
can't
it
do
out.
as what mood I want me do. Me have a
Check it out.
boss. So a lot of people that, but me not have a boss. Me not have work. You have a boss as long as you have to be working. And you own the apps, and you own it, you know.
That's it.
So one have to realize that everything when you see out there is a standard that's set
And
that you
governed it. Yeah,
cannot go
yeah, man.
above.
Everything is
Right?
governed now.
Right?
Everything is governed by something, by some entity, some standard within. You have to.
Yes,
There's,
governed
you have to
somewhere.
function.
Right?
Yeah, you have to function within certain guidelines.
Yeah. Look at what happening in Haiti.
Yeah,
Look at what is happening in Haiti. Right? And how they are fighting for the for peace. Well,
yeah.
you say the gangsters them over there now decided that they're going to stop the war. They want
Yeah,
peace. right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they have been, I don't know if they have been intimidated or have the feelings that U.S. next move would be an invasion.
Yeah. Well, if all
Or
eyes wasn't open,
because
if all eyes wasn't open, there would be an invasion already, But all eyes are open right now.
yes,
You got platforms like TikTok that give you the real news at real time.
oh yes,
So if
yes,
if it was
yes,
if so
yes.
wasn't being the case, they would have wiped ATR for the face of the map already. But them can't do it and cover it up anymore.
Let me welcome Euser Rogers.
Yeah,
Hi,
man.
big
Good
brother.
Welcome,
morning,
welcome.
sir. Good afternoon.
And heavy Merry God.
Heal
Yes.
up, King.
Yes. Yes. I'm so happy to be here. I always, if I can afford to contribute, I will, offer my few information that might be at my disposal. So it's always good to be on the
Yes,
panel to have discussion that is important to our, understanding our condition in the world and how we can take corrective measures, to apply ourselves better, to chart a new course for the future generation. Because every information that we have captured will also dispelled into our youth future generation. So it is important because
yes,
as I often say, information inform the mind and the minds inform your
Yep.
actions. And based on those actions, you can predict. And that is in itself is critical for us because they can predict us right now because
Yes,
they
yes.
control the necessary information and they've controlled all the system of information. But TikTok has came as a savior because there are few people who are telling us the truth, but most of them they unalive them, like Bob Marley, when he said, "Emancipate
Real.
yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds." Now we're realizing that the only person to save us is we ourselves. And he
That's
also
it.
said, yes. And he also said this was a converted message to all African leaders. He said, in the abundance of water, who will go thirsty? What he was telling them is that in the abundance of resources and make you the rich. Yeah. Sorry about that. Somebody just called me and cut me off the
yeah,
phone online there. Yeah. They were saying in the
okay,
abundance of all the necessary elements to make you a wealthy person for the next 1,000 years, you still living in poverty. However, what they did was control the minds. And this is what we got to do now. Reform our minds. Because if the minds don't
yes.
know, the body will not act. So, yeah. That's
Reality, brother. Reality.
why they control world countries.
Go on, tap up the screen and make a one share and keep it lively.
Yes.
Yes.
I get a call from the office. This was important. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. So, what happened? They have won the warfare against Africans. We can't deny that because that's why they call us the third world country. Because all our school curriculum, they write it and they put it in place for us. All the religious body, they put it together and give us. So we're using actually third hand information because they take it, spin it around, and then feed it to us, and we take it literally. This is the time government have to challenge themselves to reform the system of information because, as I said early on, information is critical. And if they control your information, then they can control your thoughts, and then they can control your actions, and basically, and
Um, what is happening there? We lost him. Okay, he's back.
Line open, but no sound now come out.
Oh,
yeah, my
my thoughts to you can have a weak signal.
Okay, okay.
Usually because I'm using my cell phone, I mean, it would throw off the level of communication.
Log out and log back in, brother.
Okay, but he had made some very very important point as he always do. you you know, he always take the thing to a deeper level. Let me see if the reception can be better now. Melan
Yes.
Bass, good afternoon. Yes, Sir Rogers. Yes. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Let me hear how you sound now.
You hear me clear now?
Yes, man. I'm hearing you now.
Up and clear.
Okay, okay, okay.
Behavior your heart.
Yes, yes, yeah. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So what I was saying is that they need to reform the system of information, which is critical, because one of the things that has crippled our people, especially the Africans, because we that believed in God, but the God that we believe in was in sync with nature, and not with the God that is a monochronological, which is a God that is coming from some sky to come and save us, who knows everything we do, see everything we act and everything. But when you read the Bible, it does not resonate with that type of God, all knowing, all powerful, and everywhere at the same time. Because if you read Genesis 18, 20, 18, 20 to 21, you would have heard when God heard the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah. And it was so great that he had to go down there to see for himself whether or not what is happening is true. And there he obtained knowledge. Now you're telling me that we are serving an all-known God, and he's everywhere at the same time. Why would God have to go down to verify something and then punish the people if he find out it is true? Right? So that in itself tells you that the book is made up. Right? We were conscious of a supremacy among ourselves, and we are all part of the supreme structure. We are no greater or no lesser on the system of the natural verse. We only play a part as we come into this world, experience it, and contribute to us whenever way we can. Now, what has happened? They have taken it, twisted it around, and create what you call a theatrical exposition. What they do is create like something like Tom and Jerry. If you get rid of Jerry, Tom is irrelevant. So they had to keep Jerry alive, or Tom alive, so that the picture could go on. So the devil cannot be killed, because if the devil is killed, then the whole story done. So they had to keep the devil alive and kill his own son. As a matter of fact, in some cases, if you listen to the religion, they would say Jesus is God. So he killed himself as a living sacrifice to himself and leave Satan alive. Now, that in itself tells you something is wrong. So our people need to have that critical thinking skills and the art of social science, so that they can develop themselves to make decisions that is critical to their own life and their own social well-being. Because African people are very powerful. We are very intelligent by our ability to gravitate and attain knowledge in our mental faculty, because the melanin in our DNA, it cannot be split that easily, because there's no laser beam or anything can split to have a clear and concise understanding in the text and the information that is stored within the melanin skin. So that's why they're fighting against us. It's not we against specific people. It's the whole world against the Africans. And once you're black, they consider you an enemy. And that in itself should give us rise to say that here what happened. We are more social. We are not warish. But
Brother
when it
Roger.
comes to defending ourselves, we can come together.
Brother
Right?
Roger.
So we must work together. Yeah.
I wanna do a little input to support that. You said the black
Yes,
African
thank you.
people is very spiritual and was one with nature. Yeah. You see, when the Belgian king Leopold went into the Congos, even before he went into the Congos, when he sent the missionaries, you know what was the instruction he gave to the missionaries? You are not going there to teach the African people about philosophy and God, because they already have that and they know that. You are going there to convert them to Christianity. So they
But then
brought
go to shop.
Christianity, which removed the black man away from spirituality and philosophy, and put them under a mind control thing. Telling them about some Jesus coming back to save them and all those kind of thing. And black people give up them land and give up them well-being in the Congos and get colonized by the Belgium. And almost 20 billion dead and mutilated less. That's when the Belgian king leave out of the Congos of Africa.
You are right, absolutely pinpoint accurate. Indeed, that's what King Leopold said. He said he don't want you to teach them about a God, or you don't want you to teach them about philosophy, or give them some information that they already know. You have to do what you call a converted mechanism to convert them, because Christianity is a reverse engineered social program that used the same script, but what it did was twist it and turn it around, so it worked against them rather than working for them, and it creates subservient people and submissive people. Because after the King Leopold war and conquer the people, he used Christianity with barbarity to control them, and Christianity
There you
actually
go.
induced what you call it induced what you call the post-slave traumatic slave syndrome. Post-traumatic slave
There you
syndrome,
go.
as a matter of fact. Yeah. Yeah. So what happens is that the Africans, they have won on the information front, because they twisted. What they used Christianity and Islam was to sterilize the mind, and it worked well. Sterilize the mind of the African and put them into a different direction. So when they look at the body, they think that they are useless. When in fact, the body is the temple of God. And who's living in the body? The reason why you're the reason why you're powerful is that no one can predict what is happening in your mind. You know what is in your mind? You are in your
There
mind.
you go.
And nobody can go into that cocoon and know what is happening in there. Only you alone. So you are your God, and you can create any God external of you, because it is all depends on how you were indoctrinated or how you were domesticated. But if you left untouched and escape the grasp of this matrix, you can be an independent God by yourself, because the power lies within. Every information that needs to be filtered out starts from within the mental faculty. Anything needs to be designed, need to build, need to create, need to establish. Start first within the mental faculty, because it starts from the temple, where what you call the limbic system is located, where the God is located, where the pineal gland is passing through to send the necessary information that is critical to our transformation. So we must be awakened. We must realize that what has been implanted on us is not only to keep us subdued, but to control what we think and what we thought.
The
So we
darkness of
gotta
the
wake up, my
mind.
brothers.
That's where everything starts, in the darkness of the mind. That's why they said
Yes,
in the beginning was darkness.
yes. Out of darkness cometh everything,
Everything.
and it starts from in the mind.
That's it.
Yeah,
In the darkness of the
and
mind.
so yes. So we got to stand tall by awakening ourselves. Nothing is wrong with us physically. The only thing has afflicted us is our mental conditionality, which create the domesticated process to which we don't understand. So when we are awakening from that, we know that we will be a different people. Because what is happening, the energy of our ancestors, the energy of who fought to retain us on this planet Earth, are still vibrating, and they're vibrating the message, and the message is moving way and beyond. But the younger generation, who are prone to process new information, they're the one who have to take up the baton and walk. Many of the adults, there are few people, very few, and the horses are one of them among the few who can process new information and can see the light at the end of the tunnel. But most of them who have met a certain age, they can't process new information. They become rebellious. They become intolerant to new ideas. And they become belligerent in their approach to dealing with issues. So we must be the one who got to carry this baton for the future generation, that they can take from us and walk and say that, well, look, this is the legacy of my ancestors, because we sooner or later gonna be the ancestors of the future generation. And what are we leaving for them? And the
True.
greatest legacy any man can leave for the future generation is information. You can leave millions of dollars and it just go squandered like that. But if you leave the critical information, which will give them the sense of direction, you will leave a great legacy. Thank you.
Oh,
Real
a
talk,
whole
real
lot have been said there. But Sir Rogers, I would I would want to take a keener look at the generation today. We are speaking, and I heard you speaking from a more mature standpoint. How do we get the younger people now, the generation of today, to gravitate to this real teaching? Where I'm trying to find a way how to get them to pay attention to this teaching instead of tacking more to into the negative, you know. And to me it is because they do not know the truth from the grassroots levels. How do we
Exactly.
get it out there now?
Exactly. Well, that's a very one of the most important points you've raised there. It's excellent. Now, this is something very serious, and a lot of people take these things for granted. However, what you plant today, in the future you will reap. Information that implanted today will reach in the next 10, 15 years. Because those who are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, by next 15 years, they're going to be 25 and they're going to be 20 and 30. Now, what happens? It is important that you target these youth. You have what you call on a 10 what you call unrelenting engagement. They must be consistent. You need to target the youth through different mediums. You have sites that will engage in conversation. You have group meetings. Like in my country, I'm now starting group meetings with many of my young people in different communities and start talking with them. At first, there was a little pushback because some of the religious people didn't want the people to awaken. But when I start teaching them the chronological process to which they become who they are, they understand, and now the movement is growing greatly. Now, I'm pushing, not going to hide it, keep it a secret, but I'm pushing to become a leader in my country. But I'm still in university studying. What I want to do as mentorship, I need to not only tackle it from a local perspective, but it must be to the Caribbean wide, where we introduce new reform on the system of education because it is important. And some of the young people, especially who have to fight for the daily bread, it's not easy for them to take on that additional task. So what happens is that you do a little bit engagement with these people, and then you have different symposiums, and you also government. It requires what you call a collaborative effort with government. However, some leaders, because of the condition that they have been grown up in and grown accustomed to, they will not or may be reluctant to embrace such ventures. However, when you target the young people, you have several things you have to do. To gravitate their mind. You have to go down to their level. You have to engage them with certain activities that will bring them to that level of concentration, and then you push your ideas. Because most of the young people, they are more concentrated on their own self-aggrandizement, self-satisfaction, exploration based on their own egotistical agenda. But when you have a common goal for the development of the young people, you have to have a collaborative effort. And sometimes these same medium also plays an integral role because they will be listening to these kind of medium and they will just probably scroll through. But what we're saying will resonate with them. And once they hear certain things, they can use that as a catalyst to start looking for information. It only requires you to have a little insight of what we are speaking about, and then they themselves will create that kind of psychological algorithm in their mindset, looking for more answers. Because when you put it in a nice package, they will buy it. And so you have to do that so as to captivate their minds and to put them into that realm of social importance. As a matter of fact, they put a warning. because everybody wants to know the truth, but only a few can handle it. But the young people can deal with it because they are in the process of processing new information. They have the ability to deal with issues and correct it from that perspective. Anyways, I'm so happy that I've been here on the panel. I'm now and going to a little meeting. I will, if you're on still, as soon as this meeting is finished, I'll be back to make some level of contribution. Because you guys are doing a very good job, and there's so much more to dispel when I come back.
And and let me just hasten to say I wish you all the best in your endeavors, and I know you're gonna be successful in all your endeavors that you are vying for right now. Right?
Thank you.
You
Thank
have
you
you
so much.
have what it takes to take you to the heights of heights. Always an
Thank you.
inspiration when you come on my live.
Thank you, man.
Oh,
I'm so
Maury.
happy that I
I'm
really
going
appreciate
hard,
it. Thank you, my brother, too.
All right.
Very good.
Yes, yes. Um, Always been someone with something that you can take home something from his illustration, and we need people like those who are willing to use their vocal and to make the power of words go out, right? More positive words going out. Right now, too much negative words are going out. Too much words of destruction. We need positive words like those. Positive mind, positive thoughts.
I true, no, brother, because I hope I could teaching and I hope I could information pass through your platform, you know.
Yes,
I
man.
hope I could
And
information. And
I, I
I notice our people, especially Jamaican people, I wish I gossip and bickering and quarreling, then they hook up, you know.
yeah, 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 yeah. I was going to say it earlier. No, there are certain changes and certain things happening, and I knew, as we were saying before, there are certain information they would rather not to go out, and those people always find my life. You understand? Certain information they would rather to have the people them in darkness, but them say money go where money there. You understand, man? So
Okay.
clean mind go with clean mind there. It's not that everybody can just run come here, so there must be something that attract them here. You understand? And
Real,
there
real.
are there are elements in the society who don't want that to happen for a minute, you know. But it will, because it is willpower, strong mind, and determination along with intelligence that will take it forward. Yeah,
But,
yeah,
but,
man.
but, but you got Jamaican people want a revolution, you know. Right now, they want a revolution, you know.
I,
They want a
I,
revolution
I'm
right now.
Yeah, but sometimes when they speak of revolution, they look at it just like how they look at judgment, you know, and they just saw, because they are so caught up in negativity, that they believe that a revolution must be bloody, must be on the negative. You can have revolution on the positive. A lot of them do not understand the word revolution. Dennis
Not
Brown
yet.
did ask, are you ready to stand up and fight? Not the revolution, but the real revolution, right? Or
Mental.
these
Mental.
guys, these guys that firing guns and killing our people, if the right revolution comes, right, they are missing.
That's tyranny, man. That's tyranny. Fire and gun and killing our people. That's tyranny, man. That's not revolution.
Yeah, that is the only They knew to stalk and to penetrate the weak fences, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So while they are here, I tell them one time that you must, you want to do. You say the weapons that you have, you may need it down the road, right? Don't utilize it and the weak fences. There are stronger forces that gonna come at you that we are gonna really need them. You understand? Now people are so afraid to walk in Jamaica. People are so afraid to open their mouth in Jamaica
That's
because
tyranny.
yes, yeah, tyrants. They are tyrants, right?
Yeah, so when
They're not that
tyranny,
bad.
you see,
Yes,
when tyranny becomes law, resistance becomes the way of life. So if people don't
yes,
get up and
yes,
resist tyranny, it when it becomes law.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if
Mm-hmm.
Jamaican people don't get up and resist the tyrannic movement of the government, what the government doing is gonna only get worse.
Of course. Then,
You know?
I smell shades of the 70s and 80s, leading up to this election. I don't want to say too loud. I don't want to send
Yeah.
up too much out in the atmosphere. But
True.
they are evidence of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm old enough to see when it was growing in those times. So I
True.
have an experience of it already. And now I'm seeing the same thing happening in this time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you don't, as you said, if you don't put a damper to it, it's going to even worse than the 70s and the 80s. Right?
True. True.
Right? What we
Because the
are seeing
elements are already
blossoming
in place,
now.
The elements are already in
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
The high price of food, the high price of gas, and the influx of a firearm is already in place.
Indeed, indeed,
So
it is there.
so I
You
just right there,
and
you know it will happen.
many locked away already for that purpose. Some hear about yet, right? But many of these ammunitions locked away long time. So even if now if they're paying attention to the ports and things, many are here, right? It's them to find them and make sure they are not in the hands of the wrong people
It's
when the
already
right
there
time
and in
comes.
the hands. It's already in the hands, man. It's already in the hands.
you know, because what I saw here now, when I tried to look back at the 70s and 80s, man who we call bad man, these, what you call them? Tyrant,
Yeah.
right? These are now, I call them suicidal person. Me not call them bad man. We call
70s
them
and
just
80s
handing.
bad man was sensible bad man. 70s and 80s bad
Yes,
man
man.
was sensible bad man. Have sense.
Yeah, right?
Them a bad man, yeah,
Yeah.
no have no loyalty or they don't have no purpose for them badness. You know?
Is
Them
it
bad without
because they
purpose,
are not? They are now being contracted. In other time, there wasn't so much of a contract in the 70s and 80s. Is a man just decided, say, well then, I might nature this, and at this may I take up with my people, right?
Yeah,
But these people, you can buy a bad man now.
yeah,
Yeah. You just go out there, go buy one, go see one good man, and just put a gun in her hand and give him some molly and some things
yeah,
and said, go and do that for me. Sometimes when they go on the program, on the job, they do not even know how to conduct themselves.
yeah.
Yeah? They do not know how to conduct themselves and cause them to give away their life. Yeah.
I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. I used to live in upper South St. James. 18 miles out of Montego Bay. That's where I born and grew up. All right. I I know people. I know a group of youth from a community like about 4 miles down the street. And them youth, they used to call themselves the Robin Hood gang in those days.
Yeah.
Them youth used to walk. Them youth know every bush around Jamaica. Them youth don't take bus because them hot.
Uh-huh.
All right, them youth they sleep a bush by day and move by night. And I'm talking about from the community to Montego Bay to Kingston and back. I saw them on the move. All right, and certain high profile crime what happened at Kingston, them youth are responsible for it. All
Yeah.
right, I'm talking about, if you hear about when they did bust up the Chin family up in Kingston, there were high
Yeah,
profile
man. Yeah.
burial killing. Eh?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Remember.
I used to them youth, they come back at the community, and when them youth they come back at the community, whatever they rob around the country, they just come and give it to poor people. So they call them the Robin Hood gang. So police could have never find them youth there and catch them youth there. You know? You know that gang dissolve?
Because
That gang dissolve from inside. One of the youth just get up and say him tired of it and just kill off the rest of them. And the leader of it, I am head in bust, you know?
yeah.
So I saw that
Uh-huh.
gang devolve. Police could have never get them. Police could have never get them because the community, as soon as police are come up the hill, a man say, them boy are come. And them youth they know say they put themselves away, you know? So and them the kind of bad man, man never used to bad in them own area. Man never used to rough up their own area
Push
and
them
them and
out.
their own community. And them the kind of bad. And them the kind of
And the
badness them used to know about
community
that
used to
back.
protect them. No, there's a difference, There's a difference, and it comes right down to lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
There was a set that you called bad man weren't really any bad man, They were defenders of the people. They
Man
were
and criminal
like
are two different things, brother.
yeah. Yeah. But these are just straight criminals. These are not defenders. Them not defend. The only thing them a defend is a flashy car and lots of money to intimidate. That is all they are defending.
Real.
That is why this time is so dangerous. Because they are out there operating without no goal and a purpose.
True, man. True, man. True, man. Everybody operates on them ego, you know?
Yes, you can
Yeah.
just call them and say, here is our work. Because they call it now work, Here is our work. No much that works for me. And you hear about a family that works, they're gone. Right?
Yeah.
Then the one who sent the orchestrator, name not one call, but your name go and call. So you're beat up, you're gone behind bars, or you're gone and shut eye country. Right?
No.
And the instigator still here. And that is what a lot of them fail to understand.
Me come and me leave Jamaica and me come America. Me drop in a New York. And man when me know from my community, when me come to New York, we shout them, I say, yo, what going on, Virgin? So and so and so and so. We're talking in the 80s, And then man they also me say, so I come check you one day, And he say, no man, you can't just pop up and check me like that. If any moment he say you can't just pop up and check me like that, me losing number,
Yeah.
Virgin.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if me can't just come check you randomly, me no want come check you.
True, true.
And when we
Yeah,
get to the
something
bottom
I
of it,
hide.
the man they are juggler, you know, the man they hot. The man they are juggler.
Yeah.
You know? So me just say stay away from them man because you know, another levels me depend. Me no want to hide from no law and all them kind of things there. And then time the man a rap drug spot hot, you know. You have man who come from
Yeah,
yard and
yeah.
have them duty is to find drug spot and rap drug spot, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So me the use the level headed, you know. Right now, me there, me nah no close virgin when me a check every day and all of them sit there, you know, virgin. I just saw me living one away, you know.
I saw me rest too, you know, my brother. See where
Yeah,
me rest too. Me can't show you say that the virgin there me bonify or no, me just move with everybody and keep myself circumspect. Right? Me hardly even want to Me hardly want to travel in a taxi with other people that I don't know. I don't
yeah.
go on the corner go play domino with nobody. Me not sit down on the corner play no domino with nobody. You see me I say? Me try to do everything. If my business on the street, yeah, me go do it. But come back home and me no want no only a man and my yard either. You
It
see
come
me
out,
I
you know,
say?
and to make a man know how my position in life, you know. If you like my position in life and you want to link with me and you want to be around me, cool, because that means that we align together. If me tell you my
Yeah,
position in life
yeah.
and how my life set, and you distance yourself away from me, then that means we not aligned, we not on the same vibration.
As easy as that. As
You
easy
know,
as
so
that.
if I'm not on the same
I,
vibration, then it don't make no sense we walk because we're going to disagree.
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
The one whom I go call my friend, my brethren, we have to be on one accord,
so
right?
it takes come on.
We have to. If we are not on one accord, then you go your separate ways. It's like a wife and a husband. If you no can agree, separate.
If me in a
Go
accord,
your
are you in
ways.
are you in a Toyota, we not gonna work.
No, it's not gonna work.
If me in a accord,
It
are you in a
can't
Lada,
work.
we not gonna work. So
We have in a one accord.
we have to in a one
None of
accord.
us, none of faster than none. You better believe it.
That's it.
Better believe it, man.
Come on,
Yeah,
so for that reason, you know, me get cool you still, you know, me always do that for people and everything, you know, me live an ethical life as best as me can, you know. But me no, you know, me no friend up, you know.
yeah,
Me just,
yeah.
cause number
Yeah,
one,
man. Me deal with everybody. Me go in a every community.
yeah,
Any community me want, me go in a. Without no fear of people label me that because all right, I'm an influencer, I'm a dancer, me's an entertainer, so everybody know me in that regard. So me not have no fear of going anywhere. As bad as they may say the community is, um, I will still step into it. The other day when Chris Brown come to Jamaica,
uh-huh.
I lie in my bed this Sunday morning and I got a call and asked if I want to go to the Chris Brown show. I said,
Uh-huh.
why not? So I go and pick up my tickets and I went to the show. And on making his entrance on stage, it's like a movie scene, animated stuff.
Yeah,
And I could see something that not favorably to my eyes and my thinking,
yeah,
yeah, but I quickly demolishes that
uh-huh.
with my positive mind.
Yeah.
I use my positive mind to quickly demolishes that and
Yeah.
enjoy the show. Right?
True. We never really see no
Now,
review on that show, how that show workout and all of that. You know, I never really get an end review on it because I don't really follow those. I'm more of a revolutionary, you know. I deal with what's going on in Africa because Africa is impacting the world right now. But I don't really follow up those show. But I would like to know how the show work out, you know, function
it went on.
within Jamaica.
It went on.
Yeah,
It was a fine show.
yeah,
Well, we have at Morgan's Heritage. He
yeah,
started the show and he gave us a good solid set and he end out with there's a place for people like you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He really give us
So
a good set and
The Jamaican attendance was good
yes.
because I don't like to use the term local, no, because nobody no local, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, the
right. Yeah,
Jamaican
man, it was
attendance.
good, man. Yeah, man, it was good. Other one of note we can said put on Idonia, put on a good performance. Ding
Yeah,
Dong, right? Ding Dong, the dancer and the ravers, their performance was excellent. As a matter of
yeah,
fact, I would give it to Idonia. You know, his
yeah,
performance was good as one of the most younger artists. Yes, his
yeah,
performance was good. But for me, Chris Brown, yes, he came and he have done exactly what we would have expected him to do as
yeah,
now the king of R&B. Yeah,
yeah,
he had done exactly what we expect of him. You know,
yeah,
so it was a great show. I enjoy myself, and I know people do, other people do, but there was a demonic presentation, right? That leaves the country talking that Chris Brown came here and unleashed demons on the country. So I have to quickly let them know that if Chris Brown unleashed demons in the country, what happened to the demons them that were here? It wouldn't be anything new.
See,
Right?
this
But
whole,
it is
I, I don't really buy into those
it
things, you know.
is yeah, like I tell you, say, I use my mind to
Yeah,
control all the negatives, right? I thought of myself as Haile Selassie diffusing the bomb. And I thought of myself that any negative thing that coming towards me, I am capable enough to use my positiveness to diffuse it. And those are the mindset you have to have. Think that Lexington Garden said, willpower, strong mind, and your ability will takes you across the line, right? Even when the prophets are saying that Jamaica going do a fall up because Chris Brown come here with demons and anybody who got the show I go drop dead and I tell them promptly to shut up on a rubbish, right?
the thing about,
Because
here now. Let me just input this. I'm going to share something.
yeah,
Raffling at church is gambling. Lotto and road is
yeah,
gambling.
yeah,
You got demonic behavior right there in a church. But them accept those
uh-huh.
rituals in a church. But then you see the same ritual at a road. Then condemn it. That's what I'm saying. You got
Yeah, yeah,
soothsayer in
man.
a church. You have soothsayer in a church. I tell you, say you're going prosper and you're going to get money. And you
Yeah,
got psychic
yeah,
out the
yeah.
road. They tell you say you're prosper and you'll get money.
That's cool,
You got
man.
soothsayer in a church. I tell you, say your neighbor they walk up here upon you. And you have
Yeah,
psychic out the road. I tell you, say your neighbor walk up here upon you same way. So then we condemn it. Then condemn it the road and embrace it in a church.
I tell them that all that I saw there was an act of jealousy. right? The demonic force that are here are jealous of the force, the demons they say Chris Brown bring come here, right? Cause yes, they are gonna jealous of their one another, because it's a money making thing, and you know that the craze is for money. The prices were high, right? Yes, to go
But
in.
it's good that the
So
price was
they,
high. It's good that the price was high because those high price stage is good for the Jamaican artists. Once Jamaican artists
yes,
start on those high price stages, good for them.
yes,
Like
yes, of
you're
course,
raising the
of
bar,
course,
you're raising the bar. Look at Spice on a show like Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop or whatever the show she's on. So those stages good for Jamaican to be seen on those stages. Jamaican have to just open up their mind and reprogram their mind for goodness. You know?
yes, yes.
There's nothing there's nothing keep people in poverty more than Christianity. Absolutely nothing in the face of this earth that keep people in poverty more than Christianity. Look at
How
Lady
many?
Star.
How many?
Look
Oh,
at Lady Star.
uh,
Look at Lady Star. Look at Lady Star. Take Lady Star as a prime example. Eh? Lady Star convert to Marianne and broke.
oh,
She, listen,
yeah.
two time in her Lady
Yes,
Star life.
yeah,
Two time in
yes,
her life
indeed.
she broke. Two time in her life she broke. She faced poverty. And the two time in her life she faced poverty was as Marianne. She grew up broke as Marianne
Yeah,
and she convert back to Marianne and go broke again. The
right,
best life she live
right.
is as Lady Star. We have to pay attention to these things. The best life she live is as Lady Star. And that's a fact.
True.
That's a fact.
So what could have gotten in her mind in the when she was doing fine that she would have gone over to Christianity?
She thinks she could
I
have
asked
take
that
that same
question
energy.
because I
She thinks she could have take that same energy over there and make money off of Christianity.
oh yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought she should have done,
You see,
and I was hoping that she did it because I said it when like Itana, Chevelle Franklin, all those were a dancehall singer,
look
but
at
they
Sherelle
did not
Franklin.
denounce.
I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
Sherelle Franklin on a live the other day. Look, I saw Sherelle Franklin on a live the other day. And I'm like,
yeah.
the woman so Christian that she won't even put herself together. You know? She just look broke down
She,
so. Like she mash up, you know? I mean I say
okay.
the woman that you used to slip an album and see in a newspaper and stuff and your mouth run water over them, you know? And I look on them now,
Yeah.
look at them turn Christian, they feel like they shouldn't put themselves together and look good. You know?
And that's why they said the devil is a liar,
That's it.
Because, listen, you see, when you call God Satan and Satan God, that's the thing that happens, when you don't know the difference between good and bad, right? Because they were riding on. Me not say nothing either, because I once find myself there, right? I once find myself in church, doing, and I realized that I were a bit different from my congregation, and because I'm a bit different, I was chased out of the church. I weren't exactly what they want me to be, right?
Yeah.
And I found myself chased out of the church. Yeah. But so that's what could overcome them being so loyal to what you then call this illusion that they teaches. They were so loyal to it, and when they reach further down inside of it, they realize that it now work, and they cannot come back to the dance hall because of their pride. So they remain out there and struggling. Right?
People, people and this religion. Look at Vegas when Vegas run to Christianity. Vegas run to Christianity, you know. And once Vegas see the dip in a bank account, no, Vegas run out of that, you know. Vegas make a quick about turn.
It's all about how you terms or one of them terms Christianity, you know, what they call Christianity, right? um, to live a righteous life is to proclaim nature's laws and command, right? So a lot of people would have heard me speak, and I don't use the word Jesus, and I don't use the word God, and they said, "You're no Christian. Talk about Jesus. Talk about God." What they do not realize,
Yeah.
that once you speak the truth, you're speaking God or Jesus.
Once you live in
Once
an
you
ethical life,
speak
once you live
the
in an
truth,
ethical life, you're good, bro. Yeah.
yes. You are a Christian then. You are Christ-like. And that's the life that Christ
Yeah.
used to live. An ethical life, as you said.
Yeah, man.
Right? So once you're
Once you live in an
living that
ethical life, you're good,
life,
man. Yeah. That's our ancestors used to view judgment, you know. You live an ethical life,
yes,
your life is within the balance of a feather. And once your life is
yes,
believed, you have no heaviness on your heart. Get rid of all heaviness
good.
off of your
Right?
heart. You not keep no malice, you're not grudge nobody, you're not backstab nobody, you're not take nothing from nobody, and
True,
you're not
true.
rape nobody, you're not kill nobody. You live in an ethical life.
Right? Right?
So not because me
But
not
they
say Jesus
believe,
and me not say God. It really accept me for the
yeah,
ethical life
yeah,
that I'm
yeah,
living.
and you're not going into the four walls of the church every Saturday or every Sunday. Yeah?
No,
They
man.
deem you as the devil, right? You know how many people lose their husband and their wives because of this Saturday, Sunday, every day to church? Yeah, right? Some husband are here that starve, right? Some husband get the chance to bring in another woman or some wife because one of them gone to church, get the chance to cheat, right? Yeah,
Right
it do
now,
happens
right
when
now,
it, right?
right now is there's an American pastor that in church member expose him because the man in church member they have homosexual affairs and he don't want to pay. And the church member videotape him and expose him.
Okay.
So, I just said the thing right now.
All
Eh,
right, you see it, yeah. And let me tell you something, man. When they're talking about the church is the safest place, I quickly tell them that I would rather looking for a wife and I go behind the church more than go directly inside of the church, right? Yeah, I, I would be quick to say that because of my experience with people who say they are hearted Christians in church,
yeah.
you know. Anyhow, though, me have a move to make in the afternoon here, and so it's about time 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
So
man.
what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna close the live until later. I'll send you a thing there when I get on back. Yeah.
You got it. No problem, man.
All right, my brother. Bless up.
One love each and every one, and just have a blessed day. See.
Every time. Good.